and came to the depressing conclusion that I need to get a new wardrobe. Apparently my Levi's Strauss is more like Levi's Crest. My 501 blue jeans are more like a half-ton black and blue jeans. Okay, I mean, God, I turn around and I used to wear Harbor Bay, you know, something you get over here at Bell's. Now it's Ocean Port. But no, I'm a pretty big guy, and I had to actually think about what it was that put me over the top. I'm 4'47", and I know what it was: walking. I increased my walking, and that's why I got bigger. I went from 2 trips to the buffet to 4 trips. So I'll tell you what, one of the things that I got growing up was, how did your parents feed you? Well, the standard answer is pitchfork and a shovel, and they kept their distance so they'd save limbs. See, in our house, dinner was a contact sport. We used to turn around, our evening meal was opened up with the prayer going, in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost, whoever eats the fastest gets the most. But I turned around and truthfully, you know, my parents tried to stretch wherever they could. And we would usually have like 2 or 3 good meals at the beginning of the week, and then the rest of the week was Muscos. Does anybody know what a Musco is? Musco is when you look in the refrigerator and go, shit, everything must go. You know, it's like on the borderline. It's that point where you make one of 2 decisions. You know, either we eat it or we save our life and throw it away because it's already talking to us. But I turned around and grew up with a lot of staples, you know, real healthy foods like macaroni and cheese, and, you know, ketchup bread, you know. My favorite was salt and bread, you know. That was my favorite meal. But as much as I like to eat, my brothers always matched me though, you know, and would outdo me sometimes. But my brother John was the opposite of me. He was a twig. I mean, he looked like Tim, you know. He turned around and ate more than I did, but would not gain an ounce. And we had to track it back to, we all shared a room growing up. And when my brother was in the crib, right, my mother would bring in the apple juice and the orange juice in the bottle. He never saw a drop of it. Me and my brother would make commando raids on the crib, you know. Turn around, I'd lift him up, and he'd go over the top, and I'd turn around and throw a sheet over so we could pull him back, you know. And we'd turn around and split the spoils, you know. Of course, if he got water, yeah, he'd get that. We didn't want that crap, you know. But anyway, my brother turned around, and both of them had a friend who, they would go over to the house, and every time his mother, you know, the friend's mother would make them lunch, he'd be like, wow, that looks really good. You know, you're so lucky. All right. Of course, the mother would go, you boys have your own food. Go home and get lunch at home. No, we don't have that stuff. We never saw ketchup. You know, and he's got something we've never seen before. Peanut butter and jelly. It looks really good. Can we have some? You know. So next thing my mother knows is they're coming home with half loaves of bread, jars of peanut butter and jelly. You know, we got that stuff, so my mother sends it back. Well, this woman apparently thought my mother was starving my brother, who didn't gain an ounce, right? Turned around, and all she knew was all this food was coming back, and, you know, she was just trying to help us out, but apparently she needed to call DSS in on this, right? Now, I stayed home sick one day, just happened to be the right day. I was upstairs, and then my mother calls me down. Now, I have no idea what the conversation between this DSS officer and my mother was, you know, about not feeding us. But I came downstairs to find out what she wanted, and all I know is, without any other words, my mother looks right at me and goes, "Does he look like he doesn't eat?" I'm like, well, you made it. You know, this is definitely home built. This is USA Prime DA choice. Okay, I went to a dietitian a couple of weeks ago who informed me that one of the things I can do to improve my weight loss is to cut out the fat. And then he proceeded to talk about how he only had 10% body fat. So I ate him. You know? But I turned around and when we were growing up, my brothers were horrible. You know, any smokers here? Anybody smoke?
Just me.
You know? How's this for a nice little scam? Get yourself a clipboard, walk around the neighborhood and tell people that you're doing a survey on what brands they smoke and can you have a sample? Okay. They walked in with like 3 cartons one day. I'm like, oh. He says, one thing about smokers though, I have to say this, I'm the only one in my family that didn't smoke. So I have some sympathy, but here, maybe, let me put it in a way you can understand. Right?
Will stop.
But I'm not worried about it if I tell smokers this joke, you see. Because it's going to be a fair fight. They're going to chase my ass out of here, I'm going to start running, and after about 3 or 4 steps, we're both going to be huddled over a table going, But one thing that
it'll stop your growth, you know.
no, I'm sorry. My brothers all smoke, and they're all taller than me.
Exactly.
6'7", 6'8", 6'9", 6'10", right? I'm telling you. My parents wouldn't walk with us in the store anymore. Once we get tall, they would always stand behind us like about 5 or 10 feet. You know, I started getting the complex. I didn't know what it was all about. Finally, I cornered my dad. I said, Dad, you know, what's going on? How come when we go out somewhere, you and Mom hang back? He goes, well, we just want to watch the show. I didn't know what he was talking about. I said, we're oblivious to what's going on around us when we're out, right? Well, we went on I guess you can't call it a family reunion because we're actually meeting family members. My mother's aunts and her cousins and stuff that we hadn't met before in Canada. We took the ferry over to Prince Edward Island. Well, my brothers were walking up ahead of me and I was trying to catch up to them. But all of a sudden they passed this average couple, you know, regular height, about 5'11" for the guy and about 5'6", 5'7" for the woman. But this is what I saw. When they all walked around a couple at the same time, both their legs went like that. Actually wobbled. I almost hit the deck. I was laughing so hard. I walked up to my father and I go, now I know why you're standing back there. So I've been trying to be a little bit more aware of my impact on people. You know? Okay, that's not working either. But I'll tell you one thing. One thing I've been trying to do lately is work on getting some of this weight off, right? And one of the ways I've been doing it is I've been trying to eat healthy, okay? And one of the healthiest things you can eat is rice, right? Well, that's what they tell me. The problem is I can't cook it. I tried to cook this, 3 weeks I tried, and finally my girlfriend took some pity on me and she came up and she said, well, here's the secret to making perfect rice every time. Use water. It's a whole lot softer, and you don't chip as many teeth when you do it. You know? But one of the other things that I've been trying to do is, as I said, I increased my walking lately. You know, Jeff, you talked about going to the buffet and worrying about what people think. You know, I'm the reason for that. Okay. Now, there's a reason that Jeff came up tonight. You know, he's been expressing some concern. I just wanted to thank Chris Voorhees, the owner here, for having the foresight to hire experienced carpenters to build very, very good construction. Because Jeff wasn't sure if it was going to hold me. So he had to get up before me. But one thing that I learned a long time ago was when you're this big, you can get away with almost anything. You know? That is, except like Jeff said, going through the airport. When you were talking about lifting up your fat blood, you know? No joke, this actually happened. They did this to a guy in jail and a 38 fell off. I'm telling you. But I'm going to bring it down a little bit and on the class a little bit. I have to talk about this. As big as I am, God has a hell of a sense of humor. Okay? To give me all this height, you got to take it from somewhere. So, I just want to let you know that myth, big hands, big feet, big dick. Means absolutely nothing. Okay? I'm telling you, he gives me all this 6'7" height and makes me hung like a Ken doll. Okay? Oh, it's just a sick joke. You know, I turn around, if this thing shrinks anymore, my voice is going to go up. And the next thing you know, I'm going to be talking like this all day long. If I keep talking like this, you know exactly how cold it is in the room. Okay? So anyway, that's going to be my time. I appreciate everybody for coming out. We got one more person coming out. And this guy here, he needs participation. So we're all going to try and help him out, okay? Time for Peter O'Keefe. Peter O'Keefe. And Chris Voorhees for letting us do this tonight. We really need help. Thanks, buddy.
Let's give it up for Jim Tripp one time, you guys. Come on.
Sorry, man.
Remember, everyone that's not a comedian here.
Fucking cocksucker.
They're like
Everyone that's what? Really? Are you cheaper than Tim? He's expensive. I'd like to thank our 2 customers tonight for coming in and hanging out with us. You guys have been awesome. Thank you for coming out tonight. I really appreciate it. Chris just left, but let's give him a round of applause anyway for letting us do this. Local Promotion Productions on Facebook, Peter O'Keefe on Facebook, The Fandic Show. You guys, all you comedians, I've been talking about it for a long time. Sue! Sue, she's not a comedian and she's here, so I give it up for Sue, doing all that videotaping.
Hey, don't forget the bartender.
And the bartender too? Listen, I smoked weed for 20 fucking years now, I forget things every once in a while, alright? Jeepers, creepers. And I got a small dick.
That's overshare.
I said, and I got a small dick. All right, thank you very much. Thank you. I always say I'm short, I'm fat, I'm very white, I have a drug and alcohol problem, a bad attitude, and a small dick. I'm the perfect Irishman. It's O'Keefe, Montero, O'Keefe. I had a funny joke, Montero. I know I haven't been funny all night, but I'm going to be funny now. You ready? You ready for it? Wait for it. Wait for it. All you fat guys can identify with this out there, because this is my new way of picking up girls. I was at Hanky Panky's, which is a fine establishment up in Oregon by the sea. Total fucking shithole, but I love it. Right? I love Hanky. You guys go to Hanky Panky's? Fucking place is great, ain't it? I love Hanky Panky's. And I was there a couple nights ago, and I was fucking shit-faced. And I was talking to there's a couple 21-year-old girls there, and I figured out a new way to pick up girls, and I walked up to her, and I'm like, hey, how you doing? She's like, fine, and I'm like, ah! Didn't work. Didn't fucking work. Didn't work. I scared the panties off her, though. Still didn't get me pussy. Have you guys had enough of me tonight? The one girl in the whole crowd. You ever seen a fat guy naked? Yeah. Yeah, you want? You have? Did you like it? No. What? You've never had so much on you with so little in you. Did I tell the 18-year-old joke in the doctor already? I told that one, right? I told the Spanish Armada joke, right? I told the gay stuff, right? I did the ejaculation disorder, right? Did the African rockfish. You like that joke? That was a funny joke, right? I'm pretty much done. I'm going to have to bring up Montero now. Everybody welcome our friend, Road Montero.